Good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. On this video, I will be driving through the town of Medora, North Dakota, which is located in Badlands County. This town is located in the Black Hills region of North Dakota, in the far west end of the state. To be more specific, it's towards the southwest end of the state. So Medora is a small town with a population of 121,000 people, with a 8% population growth as of the 2020 census. Now, according to Wikipedia, as of 2021, the population is at 117,000, with a 3.3% decline in 2021. And it's the only town in Billings County that's actually incorporated. It is 30 minutes west of Dickinson, and Medora was founded in 1883 and named after the wife of French nobleman Mark. I'm gonna butcher the hell out of his name, but the name is Marquis de Moors. This town was named after his wife Medora von Hoffman. Now, Marquis de Moors was also the founder of this town of Medora. So that's how this town got its name. Now, Medora basically is a tourist town. It's not a typical town where you just got, a bunch of residential places and maybe a couple of commercial places. Medora is a tourist trap in the western part of the state of North Dakota, as you guys will be able to see in a second here, if you haven't already seen it towards the beginning of the video. Basically here in Medora, it's like I said, it's located right by Roosevelt State Park. It's in the Black Hills. Basically here you'll find a series of restaurants, bars, little shops where you can go and buy all kind of souvenirs. And there's even some places where you can go and they got different games you can play, win different prizes. And there is a fair amount of outdoor activity in or nearby Mount Dora. You got all type of hiking trails around and not far from here. So as far as things, a few things to do just to give you an idea of what to do here in Medora. You got the Medora Musical. You got the Theodore Roosevelt National Park, which is just up the street from here. You got the Medora Visitor Center, if you're interested in learning a little bit more history about this town. You got the mold. You got the thing. It's called the May Day Hay Trail. It's M, 2 A's and H. And day is D, 2 A's and H. Hay Day Trail, which is close by. You got the Wren Canyon Trail, the Billings County Courthouse Museum, the Medora Riding Stable, and the Bully Pulpit Golf Course. Those are just a few things to do in terms of outdoor activities. Well, some indoor activities as well. But obviously, as you guys will see, there's a lot more to do here in Medora. And of course, if you want to, you can always, there's all different kind of trails, as I mentioned a second ago. So there's plenty of outdoor activities here in and around Medora. And you're not far from the state of Montana line. And if you're looking to live here, despite that this is a tourist trap, I mean, crime here is extremely low, both for violent and property. Your median home price is gonna, your median rent price is gonna be $660 to $1,420 a month. Your median home price is gonna be at $209,000. Yeah, it's at $209,000. And in fact, I did not see any houses for sale here in the town of Medora at this particular point. Now, I will say, at least back when I was working the oil field up here, I mean, I stayed up in Wofford City. I mean, that's where our apartment was at. I will say, if you come here to Medora during the winter, I mean, just given the long, harsh winters up here, I mean, when I came through here during the winter, it was almost like a ghost town. Now, maybe I came on the wrong day, I don't know, but at the time I came, it was almost like a ghost town during the winter. But typically during this time of the year, you will see a fair amount of tourists. You will see a fair amount of traffic. Now, I will say, when I came here back in 2018, back when the oil fields were up and going and everyone was here working in the oil field, with the amount of traffic and people that you see now is nothing compared to what it was back in 18. In fact, back in 18, the way that I'm driving around right now, I wouldn't have ever been able to drive around like this, because there would have been way entirely too many cars. I probably would have had to park my vehicle somewhere and walk, because that's how much traffic that was driving through here back in 18. In fact, back in 2018, if you wanted to find a place to park your vehicle, good luck. As we're now that many of your oil fields aren't in operation, places like this aren't near as crowded as they used to be. So yeah, this is a nice little place to come if you just want to, I guess, take a little vacation, enjoy some nice mild summer weather. Now, I will say, if you're looking for a little bit more excitement and entertainment, you're going to be better off going over to South Dakota. And I do got some more videos of South Dakota coming up in the very near future. But as far as entertainment in North Dakota, the western region of North Dakota is where you're going to find a lot of it during the summer months. Now, obviously, when it gets cold, then I would say for entertainment, you would probably be better off going to the eastern region of the state, like to either Fargo or Grand Forks. But if you're into outdoor activity, this is the region of the state you come to if you're looking at visiting North Dakota. And I will say, when I was here in 2018, the people here, I do understand that the majority of the people here are probably tourists and they're not from North Dakota. They're probably from neighboring states. But it seemed like when I was here in 18, people, despite the fact that it was a lot more crowded, a lot more traffic, people did seem a little bit nicer and a little bit more welcoming. When I came this time around, I'm not saying that people were mean, because they weren't. I'm just saying that when it came to the people, I was a little disappointed. I'll just put it like that. Now, as far as it goes for your restaurants here, I would say that your food here, I mean, now I will say there's a restaurant around here. I forgot exactly where it was at, but I went there and I ordered some eggs and pancakes, and it was a pretty decent breakfast. But I will say in many parts of North Dakota, as I've mentioned on my last video, I think it was maybe a couple of, I think it was a video that I made yesterday. I briefly mentioned the cooking here in North Dakota. Like I said, I'm gonna just be honest. I think the cooking here in North Dakota is mediocre at best. So again, if you're coming from the South, or you're coming from some region of the country where you're used to having your foods taste a certain way, you're used to, your food having decent, spices and all that type of stuff. You come up here, for some reason up here, these people do not believe in spicing their food right. Like, you come up here and you order a steak and potatoes, you're gonna probably be asking the waiter for some A1 sauce or a salt shaker, because that steak gonna be kind of bland. You get some mashed potatoes, you'll probably be asking her for some salt and pepper, because those potatoes are gonna be bland. So I would say my main complaint about North Dakota is the fact that the restaurants here do not believe in spicing their food up well. Why, I don't know. Maybe they might need to. Maybe these restaurants here in North Dakota, they might need to, I don't know, take some cooking classes or something. I don't know, because that's my only complaint about North Dakota. That's my main complaint about North Dakota, is the fact that when it comes to the food here, their food here is incredibly bland. Let's see what else here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know really what else to say about Medora. I mean, obviously there's a lot of history that's associated with this region of the state. I mean, it's a lot of Native American history. Sometimes I'll give you a little bit of history, but I try to make these videos to where the information that I give you is information that I feel that most of you are going to be able to relate to, as in what it is you're looking for today in the 21st century. I mean, for those of you that are history buffs, which clearly I'm not a history buff, but for those of you that are, I mean absolutely no disrespect, but if I start spewing out a bunch of information talking about, well, back in 1852, blah blah blah, back in 1748, blah blah blah, I mean, as impressive as some people might find that information to be, yes, I do consider this channel a traveling channel, but the reason why I travel the way I travel, other than the fact that I enjoy to travel, is because when I go through these little when I drive through these communities, whether it be a community like this, whether it be a suburban community or a major city, I mean, my thing is, if people come to this channel and they watch my videos, I would say there's at least a fair amount of you that maybe you're looking to move and you're looking for somewhere decent to reside. And when you come across one of my videos, there's certain pieces of information that you want to know that is relevant to what it is you're looking for today. I mean, now sometimes what may have happened in the 1800s, for an example, might be relevant to what's going on today. But I find that a lot of the information that's put out there that may have happened in the 17 and 1800s, I mean, for starters, some of the information isn't even accurate. Even if it is accurate, it's not going to necessarily reflect on what's going on today. Sometimes it does, and if it does, I'll share it. but a lot of times it doesn't. So that's why when I make these videos, I try to put my focus on entertainment, the economy, the people, stuff that is relevant to what it is that's going on today in the 21st century. Alright folks, that's all I gotta say on this one. So enjoy the remainder of this video, and y'all know what to do. So until next time, have a blessed one.